Who's your favorite kid?
Don't ask me. Stupid questions. Stupid questions get stupid answers. You're my favorite kid. I've been raising you since I came out the womb.
Damn.
And I'm getting goddamn tired.
Why'd you leave me from 0 to 22?
I had a rough upbringing, okay?
I did too.
I regret my choices, but I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. I think I've been doing a great job raising you. All your clothes, I buy you the fanciest jewelry.
You put a roof over my head and teeth in my mouth.
And you know, even though I'm not able to show you love, I think that makes up for it. The very beautiful and my dear friend, Miss Emily Way.
Well, if you don't f me up a creek.
Girl, I will f you up a creek, down a creek, and through the creek.
I haven't been wooed like this since now.
I'll f you across the creek.
I had my cheeks creaked by Jamie Lee Simmons.
I'll creak your cheeks any day. We just recorded. We just recorded the best 15 minutes of our lives. Only to realize we gave you comedy gold. We gave you everything straight from the heart. As you know, we always do. God bless.
Under his eye, that was some good but it's gone.
Yeah, we realized. I looked down. I go, wait a second. Emily's talking. Nothing moved. And then I look over, and her goddamn mic wasn't even plugged in.
I was just going.
We were going, and we were on a roll, and
it
then
was good.
It was good. It was great.
I don't even know what we talked about.
Well, we got to start over. We got to start over and bring our A game for the people.
Oh, good Lord.
Because why else would we do it?
Yeah, we can do it. I'm going to take it.
It's not for the money. It's not for the status. It's not for the cute man.
It's definitely not for the appreciation of the craft.
Absolutely not. It's not for the love of our family. You know who it's for?
The game. It's for the love of the game.
It's for the love of the game, baby. And it's for you. And then they're probably listening. They're like, are they playing games with me? Shorty, yes, I am. I'm playing games.
All right. Our lovely friend, Gabrielle, picked up all our pieces to clean off because all y'all were saying we're dirty, which we were. But now we're not. We're clean.
It's none of our goddamn business. What we do is...
I just hit the mic again.
Emily keeps hitting the mic to smoke. I've done that with my cell phone. But anyways, what were we talking about?
We were talking about how I want to be a but for one person.
We say that every episode.
And I'm saying it again.
I'm saying we've been trying to be, but nobody's been us or trying back.
Dude, I called my and they said they wouldn't come in.
That's because they're like, I'm sensing horror energy. She's got somebody else. That's sus.
I go, I want to let it out. He goes, let me see what's in my bank account.
And then he looked and he was like, I don't got anything. I got nothing for you, sweetheart.
Imagine though your ex, after 3 years of no contact, hits
Won't
you up and is like, come fuck.
I'd be like, you know what? Send me your results and I'm there. As long as you're not trying to get me back with some revenge STD.
Oh.
Because you're a Jezebel spirit. I know you're tight. I know what you do with your little stinky dinky over there. And I don't want no stinky dinky because I don't want no smelly clammy.
No, we get tested regularly over here at 2 Girls, 1 Blunt. And that is why we are sponsored by freestdclinic.org.
We're not, but we should be. We get STD tested more than anyone I know who's actually having.
Dude, I get STD tested when I don't even have sex.
Me
I'm like,
too.
What if it caught me 10 months later? You
Yeah,
never know
I'm
if it could sneak up on you.
I sat down in the wrong place. I sat down on a curb of Miami and it got me. How do you get tested for crabs?
There aren't many crabs just on your...
They're little fleas or something. It's like little mites.
If you shave, can you get crabs? Because don't they attach to hair?
I think so. I think you still can get them living on the hair follicles or something.
If I don't look down and see little crabs, I'm gonna be real pissed.
I want the little pinchers and all.
Yeah.
But I don't want them long like a beetle. I want them wide like a crab.
I want little and squat.
If I'm going to smell like the ocean, I better look like it too. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. Been there, done that.
And then with me, with my red hair, I start singing. Flounder pops out my pussy.
That's
and
just
it's
a
a party.
Tuesday.
It's like the Muppet Show, but it's the Crab Show.
The Crab Show.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Oh, we still don't have a place to live. We do not have a home. I feel like Jesus, when he was trying to bust out his mama's womb, there's nobody to take me in. There's no 3 wise men. It's just us. Just you and me, buddy.
The 3 wise men are our guy friends, Brady, Ray, and Rick. We are.
We'll be at a strip club tonight.
Oh my gosh, we went. It was Ray's birthday. And we did like a cute dinner. And that was fun. And I did drink, but I've been waiting. It's been like special occasions. Once a week or whatever. Once every week and a half. Anyways, while I'm trying to explain my non-addiction to you. Guilty. We decided to end the night at a strip club.
I think Ray's face decided to end the night at the strip club because I just kind of threw it out there as an idea. I was also throwing hookers out casually at dinner. I was like, so should I get some hookers? Woo! Sorry. And then I go, hey, should we go to a strip club? We're all at Rick's place, slightly inebriated and fucking around. I don't even know what we were doing, but it was fun. And I go, strip club? And Ray, literally, his face, he lights up. He looks like a kid on Christmas morning. And he goes, yeah? Strip club? Me? Right now? Go.
Then he literally jumps up, him and her we're going to the strip club, let's go. And then they leave the house immediately. We're like, okay, we're going.
They get there like 15 minutes before us.
Oh, yeah.
They were going 100 down the highway.
They were like, once Ray and Ax heard about in their faces, there was no changing their mind. And then that's when we realized something about men.
They're all
It's so interesting because when we say we're friends with guys, we really are like we're friends. And I feel like because we're women, they do respect us a lot.
Yes.
And they act differently around us.
They keep their like side out of the friendship, except for like jokes, which I do appreciate.
They'll just joke, but even when talking about other women or how they act with other women, and then you see them at a strip club, and I'm like, they're animal just unleashed. That's a different person. I don't know my friend.
I felt like I was watching Animal Planet, and they were all like gorillas. The way they were staring at it's so interesting being in a strip club just watching the men, because at that point I was pretty much sober, so I was just watching and observing. It was so interesting to see like the different dynamics as women came up to them, all of the women watching them, because they were all like kind of swarmed. We come into the strip club with Rick, and Ray and X are already like, there are already girls on them because they look like they have money. They're rich hot guys.
Yep. And
the girls got them.
We were like, oh shit, they're already preoccupied, let's go to the bar. And then Rick buys a table for like $500,
which is so sweet,
or $600 for us, just so we could sit down. And then A-Train is like, let's go put them up front, and we just see them like up front to the strippers and stuff. They had different faces on, and I'm just laughing. And then Ray just kept looking back at us to like check in to be like, hey mom and mom,
you guys okay?
And you kept looking at us being like.
I couldn't stop laughing, and my cackle, even though the strip club was so loud in the strip club.
And everyone kept looking at us, looking at them, laughing.
It was just I felt it was so funny.
So then Ray gets a private dance, and then and then all of a sudden we come back at the table, and we're sitting at the table. And then you see this girl come over to Ray, and Ray said the whole time, he's like, she's been eyeing me and trying to get me to do something since I got here. So then she comes over, sits on Ray's lap, turns out her name is Emily.
And she's also like trying to engage me the whole time. I don't know if she thinks me and Ray are together. So I was kind of trying to like lean away from him to make it seem like we weren't, you know what I'm saying? But she kept trying to engage me in the conversation and like touch me and have me touch her. And she goes, you two, come with me. And I was like, okay, mommy. And I was just like, oh, she's going to show us something.
So then I see Ray and Emily being dragged by this stripper into a back room. And I'm like, well, there we go. And to put it into context, none of us have had any like moments with our guy friends.
No, never like it almost happened, like nothing.
Not even in front of us. Like, Emily's going in blind here.
I thought she was going to do show and tell with like, she had something cool. She did. It was her.
When you went away, then I get on A-Train's lap acting like I'm a stripper. And I start doing the whole like, oh baby, you gonna pay my bills? And I have this whole accent, and he's doing it back and forth. And we had the funnest time, like flirting and like going back and forth. And then I just see you out of the corner of my eye while I'm like sitting on his lap. Right? That's when you came over. Or maybe it was like right when I got off. But you had the most horrified look on your face. Emily, when I tell you, Emily looked like she just saw a mauled dead body and like a trailer full of dead cats. Like Emily, the horror in her, and it looked like you were crying, but there was no tears going out, or you were about to, and you just start shaking your head. And I'm like, did Emily just get almost trafficked in this strip club? Like, what just happened?
You know those kids that like get lost in the woods for like 10 days at a time, and the parents finally find them and they have like this dead look in their eyes. It's called the 1,000-yard stare.
Yep.
Soldiers get it after war. I literally felt like I had been to a battlefield. Like, I was like, I don't know how I made it out. Like, I don't know how I got home safe. I remember being extremely traumatized. She drags us into the room. I didn't think she was going to give us a dance. I had no idea. And she sits us down in one of the private rooms. And she goes, you guys touch. And I go, no, thank you. And we're sitting as far away from each other as possible. But Ray has his legs open. So he's like man-spreading on me. I'm like, I'm just trying to get away from this. And she goes, you can touch me. And so I touch her. I'm like, okay, will this like get me out of it?
I'm so surprised you didn't take like full advantage.
It just felt so weird with Ray there. I felt very uncomfortable.
That's so funny. See, guys? We don't fuck our guy friends.
I felt so deeply uncomfortable. I tried to get up. She hooked my leg like she was a BJJ fucking dude.
She's like, you ain't going anywhere.
Bro, she got her hooks in. And I literally was just stuck there. And she went from like each of us. And she keeps looking at me and Ray. She goes, we are family. And I go, what? She goes, we're family. We're family tonight. And she sticks my head in her tits and she makes me motorboat her. And then she looks at Ray and she goes, this is family. And she fucking makes him motorboat her. So it was just very weird. It was very weird. And Ray starts getting into it. So then I see Ray in like a sexual environment. I'm like, how do I get out of here? I'm literally crowded into the corner. I feel like I'm in high school again.
You're watching them go at it.
And I had a traumatizing experience in high school where I watched my friends have a threesome in front of me and they kept wanting me to make out with my brother.
Wait, what?
Like my adopted brother.
Oh, when you were living with other people?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was like, you have a brother too? I
was going to talk about it on the next podcast. I just forgot. So yeah, me and Ray are family. We are bonded by tit. And he comes out, he goes, I can't believe we just sucked on the same girl's titties. I go, you sucked on her titties?
And then you're like, he goes, you didn't? And then you were like, no. He goes, oh, well, they were nice.
Yeah, I think, they made out a little bit or something after I left. And then he paid for my lap dance on his birthday.
Yeah. He's like, I just want to experience this with Emily. I've been waiting. But there was a point in the night where we were like done observing and it was 3:30, even though we'd kind of just got there. And I'm like, you want to go? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, let's let the boys be. I could just tell everyone was holding back. And we said that to them and they were like, no, we weren't. I go, then it's subconscious because none of you guys were all like so respectful.
They would have been
Not that
more
you shouldn't
dirty.
Be respectful at a strip club, but I just know you would have been like paying for more shit or like letting loose a little more without us there. But you and I are like mom and mom.
Yeah, I think they didn't realize like that they felt that way, but they definitely did, and we know that they did because they unleashed after we left, and they had a great night. And I think everyone spent over $1,000 at the strip club for Ray's birthday, so they definitely had fun after we left. They didn't leave until 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and that's when it closes.
I love that. Hey, I can't say shit because I've left a few strip clubs at 8 a.m.
I have two. One strip club.
Which one?
Or was that earlier?
I think it was earlier. The Gold Rush?
Yeah.
You know, I think we left at like 4 or 5.
Okay.
I've left Booby Trap at 7:30 a.m. My phone died and I was stuck at Booby Trap until we were with like Sway Lee's group and they had a Sprinter, so I couldn't order an Uber, and then my girlfriend's phone died.
That's the worst.
And so I'm like, we just have to wait until the guys want to go home, and then they're like, all right, we're leaving because like they're closing, and we hop on the Sprinter van, and that's when the guy gets out to like pee or something, or like make a phone call. I don't know. And we pull off on the side of the highway, but it was like one of the bridges on the highway. And kid you not, the Sprinter van starts rolling like it's about to fall off the highway. It was like one patch without a wall. It was straight like tree, like it was open. And we start screaming.
Dude, the highways in Miami, you could fall over with a stiff breeze.
Yeah.
Like, they're so little. There's no barrier.
I'm so surprised we don't hear about people falling over, like, more than we do.
Do you think the Miami, like, the Florida government just keeps it on the low?
But there's
more people. They just don't want to pay to replace everything.
You go that more people have died. I go that they put up force fields.
Oh. No.
Maybe that's why insurance is so high here. Emily spilled a secret that she's been holding in since April. Did you hear that, guys? April. Imagine your friend does something so significant and just doesn't tell you until August 14th. Anyways, do tell.
Is it better to keep it in? Now that I remembered? Okay.
No. It's better to tell me. But like in a timely manner. Right? Am I crazy? A timely manner.
Forgot that some dude jerked off on my tits.
Like, you hooked up with and I go, who? And I was like, a rando? And she's like, yeah. And I go, you hooked up with a random man? And he jerked off on your tits and you never told me. Anyways, continue.
Back in April. Ran into him 2 days ago.
Or did he run into you? So you forgot about you just like... Emily, were you assaulted and you just, like, forgot about it? I'm here yelling at you and victim shaming. How dare you not tell me?
I definitely was not assaulted.
She goes, I consented to that shit.
I did consent. Yeah, I did.
So it was a random guy.
I literally feel like the entities took over that night.
In my building. Why did I say my building? In our building.
Yeah.
In our residence.
In our building. And
you just never saw him again until now?
Literally.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
Interesting. And you, where did you meet him?
Here.
Like at the pool?
I think like the elevators.
You were doing your crowd work.
Or like I was going into one and something like that. But then we started talking and then we met again either that day, I don't even know, or like the next day or something. This is like a go with the flow moment. And
you never have those. I'm shocked.
No, I don't. Not with men. I'm like, no, we can't. But I did do my like, no, sorry, we can't do anything except you jerk off on my tits. I was like, I'm so innocent. You can just come on me.
Did you all make out?
I don't think I let him kiss me.
You just let him jerk off on your tits out of nowhere? What? I don't understand what's happening.
My gas are flabbered.
Yes.
Dude, I know. Something took over me.
The Jezebel spirit.
Dude, I needed to be like sacrificed to or something.
What crazy talk? Sometimes I wish you'd stop saying crazy shit. Well, did you do it again?
Not with him. He had a small dick.
So you weren't into him after that?
Wait, now that I'm talking about it, he also ordered a dress for me that ended up being way too big. And I was like, oh, so you think I'm fat? you think I'm fat?
What did he get you?
He got me like a medium. And I was like, I'm a small. And he was like, no, you're not. And I was like, and I wasn't.
You weren't a small?
No, I wasn't a medium.
See?
Fucking men.
I know, I fit into extra smalls, and I feel like people wouldn't expect that, but they're not as small as you actually think they are.
All right, moving on from the fact that some guy sacrificed his firstborn children to me.
On your chest?
Yes.
Yeah, how do you move on from that? How do you move on? Because she experienced it. I heard about it way too late. And now you're experiencing it. Now we're all traumatized.
We're all in it together, though. Isn't that what friendship's about?
I got my eye on you, Miss Emily. All right. I got a TikTok. Okay, so this was on a Hinge profile. So some guy is sharing a girl's Hinge page that popped up. This will be the wildest story that you guys hear for Hinge. But this is her voice prompt, okay?
I had a one-night stand with an illegal immigrant, and about a month later, I found out that I was pregnant, and he told all his friends that he got me pregnant on purpose so that I would marry him and he could get a green card. But joke's on him, by the time I found out that I was pregnant, he had got deported, and he still doesn't know that I'm pregnant. So that's why I'm on dating apps, and I'm pregnant. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Feel free to ask. Well, I have questions.
I got some questions.
Where is he from? Would you have had sex with him if he were legal? Are you keeping it? Has he found out since?
It sounds like she's keeping it, and she's laying it all on the table.
Which I appreciate.
She's like, hey, I got pregnant by an illegal immigrant. He's deported. There's no father, and now I'm on dating apps because I need a man to help me raise this child.
She's being real honest.
That's real honest.
And there's a man out there for her.
There is. Somebody's going to be like, I can do that.
That's my girl. I can fix that.
I can fix that.
The I can fix that dude.
So sexy.
Is
so
the
fun.
hottest man ever.
It's just because we didn't have good fathers, Emily. We wanted a man to look at us and be like, I can fix that.
Yeah.
And we're still looking. They might be.
Why is nobody trying to fix us? Why are we trying to fix them?
We're trying to fix ourselves. And I'm starting to feel like that's not the good choice.
No, because I feel like the toxic ones get like the good dudes.
No, they're not. They get other toxic people that they all let slide. Do you know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Yeah, every time I see people in relationships, I'm like, oh, you guys aren't even happy. So when I see them, I'm like, I'm happy on my own. I'm like, you're trapped in a situation.
As much as I love couples content, but I also love like a private relationship. Like where you don't see it as much. You know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're beginning out in a relationship.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to start right into the fucking TikTok family shit.
He asked you out, you're like, okay, so let's make 5 TikToks a day.
Let's move in together. It will make great content. We'll get sponsors. What do you say?
You get 30%, I get 70%.
I feel like that never ends well.
Or it ends really well. Did you see that FEMA bases its hurricane response on whether or not Waffle Houses are open in the area? I saw a Waffle House employee talk about it. Oh. And she said that, like, if there's a hurricane that's going to hit South Florida and they see that Waffle Houses in Miami are, like, open, but Waffle Houses in Fort Lauderdale are closed, they know that it's worse up in Fort Lauderdale than it is in Miami. And she was like, we deserve to be at home with our families, too, if it's bad. But apparently Waffle House is our nation's indicator on whether or not a hurricane is severe. And that's crazy.
Because they only shut down. That's a restaurant for the people.
Except for their employees. They're like, anybody who pays us.
Yeah, but they're giving a gift to the community.
Dude, imagine you're stuck in a hurricane and then you literally appear upon a Waffle House. That's like God sent that Waffle House to you.
There's been times where we've been driving and we're like, Waffle House? Like after a long ride, we did that.
That sounds so good.
Like 3 a.m. A 3 a.m. Waffle House.
It hits.
It hits. It's the place to be.
I just thought that was interesting.
That is a crazy fact. It's kind of like strip clubs being the indicator for the economy. Waffle House is for environmental disasters.
Yeah.
Now, what is for the world ending? What are the indicators?
Like Walmart changes its hours to 9 to 5.
We're like, something is wrong.
We're all gonna die.
I don't even go to Walmart anymore.
Oh, I deliver Walmart.
Sometimes I feel like those places aren't as cheap anymore. Like those used to be the diehard cheap options. And now I'm going to like the Walmart furniture section. And I'm like, why is it the same cost as Wayfair?
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's expensive.
But they have some cool stuff on there.
I just watched a whole TikTok on this girl who transformed. She's like, if you want to have a nice house, but you live on a budget and you can't afford it. She was like, I got all of this from Walmart. Her house looked so rich. Like, it looked beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, and everything was from Walmart.
I'm going to get on Walmart.
I was looking at some of the pieces, and I was like, you got that at Walmart? Like, that's nicer than the shit I see on Amazon, which is not that nice. Those are usually, like, the, like, IKEA style stuff. I want to play you a song I found, and I think it's so good. We can only play 15 seconds or whatever, 10 seconds on YouTube, but I think we can play it on the actual podcast, right?
Fuck the elderly.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck the elderly.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck the elderly. Yeah. So fuck the elderly. Fuck the elderly. Yeah. Look, I hate old people. I think they should die. Fuck the elderly.
Yeah, fuck them. What an honest song.
It started off with, like, fucking politicians. Fuck them. Fuck
No.
all old people.
It was
Didn't he
just
say
saying
fuck Hillary?
No, just fuck the elderly.
Oh.
You took it as a political statement?
I was like, okay, so
He
fuck
was-
Hillary, fuck Trump.
He was
I
just
get
like,
it.
fuck all the old people. They suck.
They do suck. We're going to be those old people, though.
Oh, I know.
And then people are going to be like, kill them.
I literally almost retweeted it or reposted it on TikTok. And then I go, karma, Jamie, because that's going to be you one day.
Mm-hmm. It's all
And then I
comes
felt
back
bad
to
for
us.
like the cute, I thought of Grandma Great. The cute old lady who talks
Who died?
like this. And she talks about how great you are. You deserve happiness.
Did I ever tell you I have a phobia of E.T.?
That just reminds you of him? You don't
E.T.
like it.
home.
No,
My sister had
she's
one of
so
those
sweet,
wind-up
though.
E.T. toys, and she used to
Traumatized you?
like traumatize me with it. And so I refused to watch E.T. And then I went to a drive-thru and they didn't tell me it was E.T. playing, and I had nightmares for weeks. But I feel like I could watch it now and be
I
fine.
liked E.T. Oops. I liked E.T., but other childhood movies scared me.
What one?
Gremlins.
Never seen that one.
That traumatized me. We should watch it as an adult. Imagine I like my phobia appears. I used to have all the cabinets open in my house when I was alone.
Oh,
Like it was like, I'm not kidding, for years into adulthood. From seeing it as a kid, like I'd be home alone and I would open all the cabinets in my house
and keep them open?
and keep them open because the gremlins would appear in the cabinets
Oh.
at night and they would always scare you. And so I was afraid. I was like, if the cabinets are open, then I know they're in there. If gremlins pop out, and I would have to pee. I don't know if you've noticed, but I used to pee with the shower curtain open.
I do that too.
But that wasn't because of ghosts or anything. It was because of gremlins.
Oh, I was scared of serial killers. That's why I keep mine open. I still am scared of serial killers.
Yeah, now I'm like, there's somebody in there and I do it. But now sometimes I don't, because there's a window in there. Mine's always closed, so I got used to it closed. But yeah, that was a fear I had to work through as an adult. From
Gremlins.
being a child. But I could watch The Sixth Sense with
Yeah,
dead
that's
people.
fine. It's like the Furbies that got to me.
Yes.
Furbies are terrifying.
Did yours turn on in the closet? Because mine did.
I never had one. I didn't want
I
them.
had several.
Yeah, no, they scared me too much.
And then I would take the batteries out and then they would start talking to me.
Yeah, fuck no.
And I was like, the Furbies are trying to communicate with me.
Fuck no.
I knew I was special, but this was not the way I wanted to be special. Do you ever do your makeup so good that you look in the mirror and you're like, who's that? Who are you?
No.
You're like, every time, what do you?
I'm like, I know who that bitch is.
And I wish I didn't.
I've had my makeup done, been like, wow.
Yeah, you're like, you don't. Sometimes I've done stuff where I'm like, I don't recognize myself, and then I look at myself I was FaceTiming Ray this morning, and I looked at myself and I was like, damn, that's not the same person I posted on Instagram last week.
No, because of lighting.
Yeah, it looked like I looked like an old lady I'm catfishing not only the internet, I'm catfishing myself. Because I take myself by surprise.
I only look at myself in the light, and then I look at myself in the dark. I'm like, whoa, where did those wrinkles come from?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's not me. That's a different person. Go away. I don't know that one.
And then I booked a spa appointment for a facial.
Yeah. And then we decided we're going to go to Turkey for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go to Turkey and get, like, all of our medical work done. There's a girl on TikTok who does medical tourism. And I got a video that was like, I spent $800 at a Turkey clinic. I got an MRI, a CAT scan, blood work done, urinalysis. Like, they took fecal samples. Like, they did everything for her. And I'm like, I want to do that. $800?
Yeah.
That'd be like $20K,
Basically,
$30K.
it's kind of like the Olympics. Have you heard what's happening in the Olympic Village right now?
Yeah, they have free healthcare.
So all the American Olympians are taking full advantage. They're getting their
too.
dental work. They're getting their healthcare. They're getting their cats. They're getting everything.
Dude, how do I become an Olympian so that I can get free healthcare in LA 2028?
But it's not, I was going to say, it's only during the Olympics, during the Olympic Village. It's not like just because you're an Olympian. Once you come back here, you're fucked.
So I could break into the Olympic Village and just get healthcare?
Yeah, you just got to act like, what would you be going to the Olympics for?
Breakdancing.
You'd be like, oh, I'm America's breakdancer.
I wear a do-rag.
No.
Did you see the Ukrainian breakdancer?
No.
She white as me. White as the snowfall on a porcelain day. She wore a do-rag the
On a
entire time.
On a porcelain day? On a
You
porcelain
never seen
toilet.
a porcelain day?
Snowfall on a porcelain toilet.
Yep, that's cocaine shits. But she wore a do-rag and everyone was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the Australian breakdancer was crazy.
Ray Gunn. She will go down in infamy.
People thought it was a joke. Nope, it was real.
No, it was serious. I think she paid her way onto the committee. I don't know how she got to the Olympics.
Yeah, what makes people choose those people? I think maybe Australia was like, you know what? We're going to win some other ones. Let's lose here, but let's do a statement. Anyways, to bring the mood down, you remember those commercials in the 90s of the sick kids? It's like, for just 1 cent a day, you can save this starving child in Africa. And then it would just play like 5 minutes of the saddest shit you've ever seen.
Sarah McLachlan, Arms of an Angel, every time.
Yeah, and then you'd go back to watching your episode of NCIS, and then the next episode would be like, now save the puppies. You didn't save the children. We're going to get you with animals. It was like you couldn't escape them. It was every commercial. I'm like, can I see something for fucking Windex or like a stove or something?
Even Cars for Kids is better than like...
It was a thing though, like...
I remember it.
They were everywhere.
Yeah, now I don't see them anymore.
Not at all.
But you know what I do
Where'd
see?
they go?
TikTok lives with people like begging for money on the internet. I think it's transformed to a different medium. The ads never go away. They just hit you in a different location.
Oh, God. I'm sick of this world.
So now I'll see like those moms who have like the severely deformed kids with like hydrocephalus on live for like hours with their kid that's like dying.
It's in their kid's face and it's like struggling to breathe. It looks like Stewie if
like,
Stewie was a real
one
kid.
eye is bulging out. Yeah. Yeah, and she's like, thank you so much for the roses.
Thank you for the roses. Tips to save my child's life. Thank you for the roses. I'm literally like, I get it because you need to make money. But sometimes I'm like, is that a robot? Like, I can't tell if it's a real kid or not.
It could be like CGI.
Have you seen the people like sleeping in tents? Like they'll make it look like they're sleeping on like a floor.
Have you seen the people
shivering?
Sleeping in like a foot deep of water? And their eyes peek out like they're an alligator and they just sit there staring at you on the line. And I'm like, what is happening? I half expect like something to come up behind them and like
that's why
get
people
them.
keep watching.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what's going to happen next?
It gets me every time. That and the egg peeling ones.
I just want you to go live one day on Instagram for 5 hours in our pool with nothing but your goggles on. And it's just your goggles peeking out of the water. You don't do anything else. And then and then you pretend to float dead.
I could do that. Easy.
I think that'd be a good prank. See how many people we could get on your live.
That would be good.
People, and then it's just me in the background. Thank you for the roses. You're like dead in the pool.
Is that a globe?
We should do that as a sketch.
That's so funny.
I hate when people are forgetful, and then I'm getting more forgetful, and I'm like, wait, because I remember my mom around this age started forgetting things.
I didn't know my dad at this age, but I'm getting more forgetful.
When my mom was 30, I was 8 years old.
I was -10. My dad was 30.
Now I feel like I have to hook up with somebody in secret.
Wait, damn it.
For the plot.
Oh, you should.
Just so I like can come back a year later and be like, oh yeah, that person. And you're like, what? I'm going to get you.
Wait, so now you feel like you have to one-up me?
Now I'm going to let a man come on my chest. Better yet, I'm going to let him piss on my chest.
I'm going to let 2 men come on my chest.
And then you're like, you know what? Well, anyways, I let a man shit on my chest. And I didn't tell you about it because...
I actually had a bukkake last night.
And I'm like, that's why you were sick for 3 months?
Yeah, I got E. coli. Okay, I'm mad. Josh Francis just posted a clip that said I had a show idea that was, is this gay? I literally had that idea a year ago.
I told you if you don't act on it.
If you don't do it.
If you don't act on shit, guys, when you get the idea, it's for somebody else.
It's gone. Can I have the later, please?
There's a very popular podcast that I came up with the name of months before they started. I was like, okay, this will be the name of my solo podcast. I picked something else. Guess what? That name became the name of that one of the biggest podcasts. And then their other podcast was also the name of my other podcast.
Damn.
Which tells me...
You're onto something.
I'm onto something.
Can I have the later?
No.
H-O-T-T.
Where'd the black one go?
I don't know. O-G-O. You can take me hard to go. Who's your favorite kid?
Don't ask me. Stupid questions. Stupid questions get stupid answers. You
It's
bitch.
Bear.
You're my favorite kid. I've been raising you since I fucking came out the womb.
Damn.
And I'm getting goddamn tired.
Why'd you leave me from 0 to 22?
I had a rough upbringing, okay?
I did
I
too.
regret my choices, but I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. I think I've been doing a great job raising you.
For the
I
past
buy
4.
you all the gifts.
That's true.
I pay, like, I buy all your clothes. I buy you the fanciest jewelry.
You put a roof over my head and teeth in my mouth.
And you know, even though I'm not able to show you love, I think that makes up for it. I think that shows you I'm a good mother.
Where's my packed lunch?
Listen.
I didn't get a fucking note. I didn't get fucking nothing.
I'm a good mother because I want you to be able to provide for your future husband, and you can't provide if you don't learn how to cook. I just want you to learn because I love you and I
There's
want
no
what's best
food
for
in
you.
our freezer.
Listen, you have
There's
a
nothing.
job. You have a job.
I'm 12.
Okay, well.
I feel like I'm my
when I was
mother.
your age, I was working in the restaurants under the table.
I was working under the table too.
So you're working under the table and you're lying about it and you're telling your mother you have no money to buy food? What are you doing to me? I'm paying the bills. I'm making sure there's a roof over your head. You buy the goddamn food and you cook it. I'm hungry, and when I come home from work, I expect dinner to be made.
I'm going to run away with a hobo sack and live on the church roof next door.
Enjoy the weather.
Actually, it's a Greek church, and they have free food on Sundays. So I'll eat once a day, once a week.
You're on a church. You're going to die. You're so pale. You need to live under a permanent umbrella.
Listeners, if you're not watching, go check us out on YouTube. Yeah, because you'll see the video. We're going to play Heads Up, and we're going to try to guess sounds. Play something for, okay.
The birds in Shrek. Opera.
Yo. What am I doing?
Low voice, falsetto, bravado.
Yeah. Calm.
Crow.
Do 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 do.
Waiting noise.
Do, do.
Jeopardy.
Mm.
What? Balloon with air coming out.
We're not gonna get this one.
That's terrible. A violin, Emily.
Bring, bring.
Phone call.
Wait.
Your laugh. Emily, wait.
Which? A witch.
Oh.
I was trying to. I only had 4 seconds left and I struggled. All right.
Okay, get ready. I'm ready. I'm scared.
Motorcycle? Car revving. Engine.
No, not even close.
Boat. Car crash?
No,
Oh, lawnmower.
No. What also has this, but it's not for the house?
Vacuum.
Chainsaw.
Oh.
Sud.
Sprinkler.
No.
Water fountain. Washing machine. Dishwasher.
Dishes.
That was hard.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. On another episode of Two Girls, One Blunt, we make noises and try to guess what they are.
Yep, and we also let men come on our chests and not tell our friends.
Two Girls, One Blunt.
What will happen to Jamie? Find out in a year from now.
You go out and like have sex this weekend.
I fuck a whole football team, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. I fucked Elon Musk at a random sex party in LA, and you're like, when did you go there? While you were sleeping. I flew to LA, fucked Elon Musk, came back. I'm also pregnant with his child.
That would be a story. That would be worth the wait. I feel like my story wasn't worth the wait.
I just come on and go, I couldn't tell you this because they signed an NDA, but I'm giving birth to a robot. Its name is R2D2, and it's me and Elon's. What would you say? We want you to be the godmother.
I would do it.
And then the robot comes up and it like...
What if the robot's ugly?
Don't talk about my baby like that.
Well, if your baby's ugly, do you want me to tell you?
My husband is Elon.
Yeah, do you want me to tell you?
Okay.
Your husband's ugly.
And I have fake lips, so we're not doing well. The robot just has tiny little lips.
And it stands with an anterior pelvic tilt, just like Elon.
That's fine.
Well,
Mommy's taken care of. All right. Well,
you would be taken care of. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Find out next week if I keep the child. Love you.
Bye.